Chapter 1. Introduction.
Every time most of us open our social media apps, this man known as Vincent Sams is the first thing we see. In case you don't know who he is, he's a kickboxing champion and an expert in martial arts. What he is known for is inventing an electronic device that turns electricity into dish soap. He's an absolute genius. But today's report will be regarding his controversy.
My name is Vincent Sams. I'm from Alpha City, an island city located south but not far from NYC and in the state of New York. Growing up, I was actively athletic. I did wrestling, karate, and kung fu all throughout my middle and high school years. By the time I was 16 years old, I benched press 300 pounds. I only weighed 160 pounds at that time. When I got out of high school, I got into kickboxing. I became a champion and kept this up until I was 26. Even though I was one of the best fighters, I was not making a lot of money. I worked a 9-to-5 until I got sick of it. So I invented a rechargeable battery device that can produce dish soap. Then I started an entrepreneurship. It became a success. Then I saw society for what it is. It's crumbling because we lost our traditional values. I started making videos on the internet expressing my opinions. I would basically tell everyone we should eat healthy, work out, and overall better ourselves. So then comes controversy. People on the internet with a huge following would get upset at the things I say. They misrepresent me and make me look like a bad person when I'm trying to help people. Some are just too sensitive nowadays. My father is very supportive of me, but he's not a huge fan of my lifestyle. Why is that? Well, because I curse like most people do, have an ego as big as my IQ, and have materialistic desires. All those things contradict his Christian morals. My dad is very religious. He is also an inventor like I am, by the way. I was raised a Christian by my father. When I used to read the Bible, I always noticed verses like John 3:16. For God so loved the world, that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. Also Ephesians 2:8-9. For by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourselves, it is the gift of God, not of works, lest any man should boast. From what I've read, the Bible is saying the only thing that can save me is my belief in Jesus Christ alone and nothing else. My dad supposedly agrees with that, but what he and the church I went to growing up would teach me is even though we are saved by grace through faith, we need works to prove that we are saved. Works like repenting of our sins and whatnot. They're basically saying I need to backload my works into my faith, even though the Bible says I'm not saved by works. I was always confused by that, and it never made sense to me. That caused me to drift away from going to that church as I got older. Today was a decent meeting. We all discussed some great ideas on how we can make my business grow. We'll be back here tomorrow morning to discuss more ideas. I'm going to take the stairs because I'm not a lazy bum who's allergic to exercise. Hey, Dad.
Hey, son, how's it going?
Things are going great, Dad.
Are you free right now? I was wondering if you can visit so I can show you something.
Yeah, I can be on my way at this very moment.
Good, see you at my place. Hey, son, glad you came.
Hello, Dad. What was it you wanted to show me?
Come with me. We are going to the Gem Island.
You're probably wondering, what is the Gem Island? In the year 1990, 5 years before I was born, my dad and his brother went out on a boat to the seas and discovered a decent-sized island only 100 miles away from Alpha City. They went upon the island to explore, then found a crater. They looked down at the crater and saw two large gems centered in the crater. The color of one gem is light blue, and the other gem is light green. The gems would glow and would occasionally flash an aura of energy. My dad touched the blue gem, then he teleported to another location. My uncle touched the green one. It reversed him to where he was a few seconds ago. He went ahead to touch it again, like if he never did for the first time, then it reversed him again. My dad watched him do that 4 times until he asked him,
Why do you keep doing that?
Doing what?
This is the 5th time you're about to touch the green gem.
What do you mean? I haven't touched it yet.
Then that's when they both realized that the blue gem manipulates space and the green gem manipulates time. They were both fascinated by the gems and wanted to research the science behind them. They had to find a way to study the gems without touching them, which was difficult and irksome. After some time, they eventually exposed microscopic particles that the gems are made of. Whenever these particles touch the atoms of another object, it would cause the object to either teleport or reverse in time depending on which gem the particles are from. Those gems are an infinite source of those particles. The aura I mentioned earlier is caused by the gem particles, and the aura is energy similar to electricity. It does not necessarily shock you when you touch it, but it does make your hair stand up slightly. My father invented a machine that reaps the energy from the gems, but instead of the form of aura, it harvested it in the form of liquid. So this gem energy has a liquid form as well. This liquid form is convenient because this allows my dad to put this gem energy inside storage tubes. Though it never made sense how no one else ever discovered that island with those gems. Obviously, if they are in craters, then that means they're from outer space. My dad founded a theory that when these gems landed, it happened during the past, then the green gem took the entire island to the future, and that's how no one else discovered it. My dad experimented with those gems a lot, and one day tried to see what happens when the energy of both minerals touches something at the same time. My parents and uncle thought they would test it out on a rat inside a lab built on the island. Things went wrong and out of control, then my mom and uncle were zapped out of existence. When the energy of two gems bind together, it wipes whatever it touches out of mere existence.
We need to shut this off now.
Richard!
It's tragic. I lost my mother when I was only 5 years old. What are those?
Those are power suits I've built.
Power suits?
Yep, here, check this out. Go ahead and put your arms in. I did not expect your hair to turn blue. Let's go outside so I can show you what you can do when you're inside that.
I can move so freely, like if I'm not wearing it at all.
That power suit is high-tech. I've built sensors all throughout the power suit that mechanically moves as you move from the inside. That's how you can move so effortlessly in that 70-pound suit of armor.
This feels a lot harder than titanium. What element is this armor made of?
In fact, it is made of titanium, but when hard material is infused with one of the gem energies, the durability amplifies. I'm not sure by how much, but when I charged a block of titanium with the blue gem energy, I tested a RPG rocket launcher on the block and it did not leave a single scratch. When I shot a normal block of titanium with a sniper rifle with high caliber, it leaves a small chip of damage. I tried the same thing with the green gem energy on another block of titanium and got the same results as the blue one.
How interesting. Say I do notice these little discs strapped around this power suit and this stick with a button on it. I'm assuming that if I throw one of these discs, then I click the button on this stick. I would teleport to where the disc landed.
Why, yes, those are called location discs. Give it a try.
What else can I do with this thing?
The power suit also multiplies your physical strength by 1,000 and multiplies your human reflexes by 2 million. Go ahead and punch that boulder over there and see how much damage you inflict.
I'll admit this is very magnificent, Dad. What is the point of all of this, though? Am I going to fight silverback gorillas or something? Even then, those creatures are nowhere near as strong as I am when I'm inside this.
If you've been keeping up with the news lately, there is a villain organization from overseas who refer to themselves as BOMB. I don't know what their motives are, but they have nefarious intentions to commit war crimes and to take over the world. They attempt to sneak into this country to rob banks and cause terror to civilians.
Oh yeah, the U.S. is currently at war with them. From what I've heard, BOMB has a tough military.
Exactly. One of their leaders has been making threats to invade Alpha City. I started working on that power suit as soon as I found out about BOMB, because I knew those guys shouldn't be taken lightly. However, I was not done demonstrating all the abilities of the super armor.
There's more?
You soon will see the maximum capabilities. Take one location disc and throw it at me, it should stick on. After you throw one at me, throw another one at a different location from me. You see, not only you can teleport yourself with the location discs, but you can also use them to teleport other people or objects. Now on to the next thing. There are particular voice commands you can give the power suit. It will only listen to you though, since you're the user of it. If you say aura charge times 2, your strength and speed should multiply by 2. Perhaps if you say aura charge times any number, then the power suit shall proceed with the power multiplication. You can even use a 1.1 to a 1.9 multiplier to your base form. Unfortunately, if you apply a 3 times multiplier or greater to your power suit, it'll probably start to malfunction. Even bringing it past 2.5 is risky, so I don't even recommend doing that. I want you to try the times 2 multiplier, but let me back up a fair distance. Infusing your power suit with aura charges can be lethal to anyone who's near you. At least give it a 20 feet radius.
All right then, here goes nothing. Aura charge times 2. I feel so powerful.
Now say aura charge off.
Aura charge off.
There are some essential things you should keep in mind when wearing the power suit. Teleportation, aura charges, and even just moving around in the power suit use the battery life of it. Inside your visor, you should see the status of that. What does it say?
It's still at 200%.
That's good. It does have a strong battery duration. The armor is entirely powered by the blue gem energy. You should also keep an eye on the location discs you have. If you're running low on location discs, what you do is grab one, click the middle of the disc, then throw it down. It should teleport a resupply box with more location discs and even a storage tube filled with blue gem energy in liquid form. Restock the location discs on your power suit. If the battery life is low, just simply press the cap of the storage tube onto the huge disc built on the chest plate of the armor, and it should refill that disc, which is called the mother disc. The mother disc is where all the gem energy is stored inside the power suit.
Got it. Is that everything I need to know?
Yes, we've covered everything.
Sounds good. If you don't mind, I'm going to start heading home so I can have some dinner. I have a busy day ahead of me. I need a good night rest for that.
Not at all. Take it easy, son. I'll see you next time.
Bye, Dad.